everybody, it is April and I'm in my craft room. Today we're going to work on a UFO. Today is the day where I pull something out and work on it in my newly cleaned up craft room. If you watched my last video, it was about how I decluttered, not like threw things away, but put things away, just cleaned up my craft room so that I could feel a little creative again. And one of the things I did was put all of my UFOs in a container. Well, most of my UFOs. Some of my UFOs. Today I'm going to pull one of those out. My table is looking a little naked because I have put away the Christmas placemats and it is time for Valentine's placemats. So I have all of my pieces and parts cut out. I am going to make quilt as you go placemats for my table. I also have a table runner that I made on New Year's Eve that I need to quilt and that I need to finish putting together. So, but that's not today's project. I'm going to just pull out what I need. The first thing that I want to do is to wind a bobbin with red thread. Thread that I sew my quilt as you go will show on the back. The back is a solid piece and then the front will be the quilt as you go. I've cut my batting, cut my strips, and I'm just going to grab them willy-nilly. And I'm doing Valentine on one side and winter on the other. So when Valentine is Valentine's is over, then I can flip them over and I'm ready for the next season. Or, you know, it really is winter right now, so I could use either side. All right, I don't have any type of adhesive or anything on them. I'm just going to hope that the fabric sticks to the batting. I'm going to start with a big strip in the middle. And I didn't do anything fancy. I've got my selvage edge here, which I will trim off when I go to square or rectangle these up. And here we go. And my stitch looks horrible. And that happens sometimes. And usually what I do, and I'm going to go ahead and trim this while I've got it here. I don't need that whole strip of fabric. I'm going to pull out my bobbin. Put my bobbin back in and then rethread. And usually that takes care of any issues. This is just regular cotton thread, so it really shouldn't be a problem. If I were using a polyester, I might change the tension, but I don't think I should have to change the tension with this cotton thread. So I'm going to have to be careful when I attach another piece of fabric to this piece of fabric, simply because I don't want two lines on top of each other or close to each other. Again, it is a long strip. I'm going to put it on this side this time so that I can just fold it over. See what happens with that. Yeah, that didn't go well at all. I think my thread broke. Oh yeah. Okay, my bobbin is messed up now. So I think my bobbin is the issue. And you know what? Maybe I do need to clean it out so that I can get a decent stitch. Let's get in here. I got a piece of thread caught in here, a couple pieces. Something doesn't look good on this. The bobbin looks okay. Maybe there's just too much dust. So I'll get out my little handy dandy kit. See if I can clean this out real quick. Now, it's not going anywhere. Oh, I know why. I know what I did. My fault. My feed dogs can't come up because I put my mat too far. Okay, that's my fault. So make sure when you put your mat down you don't cover your feed dogs, or believe it or not, it's not going to go anywhere. Now let's see if it looks any better. Oh yeah. Very, very much improved, I believe. Okay. I have a bunch of thread over here and here from when I was having issues, but now I think it's looking better. So let's keep going. Now I think this will finish out this side. Okay. This is going to be nice and puffy. I'm going to like that. The back looks good too. Okay, so here's where I want to kind of overlap and put my seam a little further in so that these two seams don't look funny. And I'm going to use a a wider strip so that let's see. Okay. Now this is directional, so I want to make sure, although it probably isn't that big a deal if I were to go upside down, but we'll try and keep them in the same order. I'm pretty sure I won't remember that every single time. Let's do a skinny strip, shall we? This is not directional, so I don't have to worry about it being a particular way. This is actually from my Valentines quilt that I had to rip out stitches, so I'm salvaging. I don't know how well this is going to do for a placemat. Might have to test that out before I go with it. Now I need one more little strip. I'll go with the pattern that I started with. So this is a very puffy placemat. And then on the back side, you can see that it is quilted. And that is the winter side. Now, before I go any further with this, I'm going to trim it down and put binding on it and make sure that this puffy batting is going to work, because I can see a cup tipping over. And I don't know if maybe once I wash it, it will get puffier or it might flatten out. But that is my latest UFO that I am working on. Thank you for spending some time with me in my craft room today. I thought this is like a craft room chronicle. I'm working on one of my UFOs. I don't have a huge mess. It's not as tidy as it was, but I will go ahead and get some binding on that placemat, throw it in the washer, and see how it turns out. I'm thinking I might have to go with a less voluminous, I don't think that's the word I'm looking for, lofty. I think I'm going to have to go with a less lofty batting for this project. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Consider subscribing if you want to see more crafty tutorials, including paper crafting, sewing, quilting, cutting machines, and whatever else you might be working on in your craft room. Have a great day, eat some chocolate, and be kind to everyone. Until next time, bye. Part of getting my craft room in order was moving blah la 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 la. Ah! Yeah, I hear you. Part of come here. Come here. Oh, I have somebody who's being needy. So I have added, wow.